we are heading into Nuke Comics. Hope they have a lot of back issues. From what I understand, they just had a 50-cent back issue sale. We missed it, but hopefully they have some good stuff. Maybe Cassidy will buy me a Fantastic Four #1.
Maybe.
Let's see what's inside. Definitely one of the better comic shops we've been in a long time.
Lots and lots of comics.
Lots of the most dollar bins I've ever seen.
We couldn't even go through all of them.
Comic store. So let's look and see what I bought. We'll be doing that with Brian. Let's look and see. So if you watched last week's video, you know that me and my family took a trip down to New Hope, Pennsylvania. Last week we visited Phantasm Comics. This week we're going to look at the sister store to Phantasm Comics, which is Nuke Comics.
I was not there for this one. Brian Another one where I was absent, but
at home doing
here
nothing.
To comment.
He's going to comment on it.
Moral support.
So Nuke Comics is not in New Hope, Pennsylvania. It's right outside of New Hope in Lambertville. I believe that's New Jersey, if I remember correctly. We crossed a bridge to get to New Hope, so I believe it's a bridge.
Yeah.
The stores are owned by the same person. Greg the Ghoul is what he goes by on Facebook. Stores are very different. And the reason why is because Phantasm Comic is right in a very busy shopping area. New Hope has a bunch of shops and a bunch of high scale, a bunch of vintage stores. So the clientele there would be very different than the clientele that goes to Nuke Comics. Nuke Comics is filled with dollar bins. That was what the store is mostly made of, dollar bins. It was the most dollar bins I've ever seen in a single store, and I visited a lot of stores. A lot, I mean, it was the whole entire, half the store was dollar bins, which was cool. It was great.
It's ideal for you.
It was ideal. We just didn't have as much time as we needed, and the person who was working there was fantastic. We chatted with him for a while. We're going to interview the owner at some point. Really liked both Nuke Comics and Phantasm Comics, and for different reasons. They're very different stores. But before we look at the comic book part, let's look at some of the other cool stuff that they had in the store. And one of the things I like about going to new comic stores is I like seeing the items that they're selling. A lot of times I see something I've never seen before. For example, I have never seen the Phantasm Tall Man figure.
I've never seen it either.
It is big, and he has the ball. And I just thought it was funny because...
How tall is it?
It was like this big.
Like 12 inches, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or maybe more. Yeah, up on a high shelf. I thought it was funny because...
I love that movie.
The original store is Phantasm Comics, and then they Nuke Comics. So I thought that was... To me, it was... it got that it was a nod to Phantasm Comics, which was cool.
The sister store.
I'm not sure if it was for sale, but they actually had a lot of horror figures. They had a big, friggin' huge Jason figurine.
Yeah.
They had the Gremlins action figures, but the big ones.
The newer
They come
ones,
in 2 packs.
ones?
Yeah,
they're
2-pack.
really cool.
Really, really cool.
Yeah, I almost bought the Flasher one not long
That's
ago.
what they had them together. They had Flasher and someone else together.
Yeah.
They had Scooby-Doo dolls. They look like baby dolls, kind of.
Oh, really?
And it was Scooby-Doo characters. Again, stuff I've never seen before. And they had a ton of reaction figures.
Oh, cool.
A whole wall of all those new reaction. And there's so many reaction figures coming out.
Oh, man, nonstop.
I'm telling you, if I was a kid right now, I would be mixing and matching those reaction figures in my Star Wars collection. They would be definitely populating that. I've said that before in here. They also had Star Wars figures, vintage loose Star Wars figures.
Really?
Really. And as you see, we don't see them at comic shops anymore.
Very, very rarely.
And the prices were really good, really good prices.
Well, that's the thing. When you do see them, they're usually so expensive.
Yeah. They were not so expensive. They had a bunch of VHS tapes, which I always like seeing. I don't know why.
Yep. So
Really,
where are the first 6?
Well, we'll see.
First 6 action figures?
You'll see if I bought any action figures. We're going to look at what I bought. I bought comics, and I bought maybe some other things. They also had Spider-Man 300 lunchbox. This close to buying it.
Okay. For the cover of 300?
Yep.
Okay.
Really, really close to buying it. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it. I have lunchbox on the floor in here. I probably could use 1 or 2 more.
Yeah, a question about one of those, by the way. Later.
Okay, yeah.
Just edit this out. But
All right. We'll look at that later. They also had a huge, and I mean huge, the biggest statue in there of Dagger from Cloak and Dagger.
Oh, wow.
I had never seen it
don't
before.
see anything like that.
Never seen it. And it just took me by surprise. Like, wow, I've never seen that before. I was like, that would be awesome. It was big. It's bigger than any figure I have in here. I have a couple of big Flash figures. It's way bigger than that. I don't know where I would put it. I would need a display case, and that would be more money. And they also had wall books, as most comic shops do. But as fate would have it, one of those wall books would have been very interesting to you.
Which one?
They had... What did you just recently do an episode on?
Faust?
They had Faust #1!
Oh, I had that.
And I've never seen it in a store.
Is he holding the head?
Yes.
On the cover? Yep.
I have never seen Faust in a store. About a week or 2 ago, Brian did an episode on Faust and talked about the history of it. And here we are at a comic book shop in New Jersey, and they have Faust #1.
All those little moments of synchronicity.
I don't know. Like people watch us and then they follow along with what we're doing. But the store was great. The store's big. A lot of graphic novels. They also had, and we have to go back. They had 200 AD.
Oh, really?
They had a whole stack of the newspapers. They look like newspapers.
You're 2000.
2000 AD.
2000
AD.
Yes.
That's what I meant. They had a stack of I'd never seen them in a comic shop.
The British ones?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I would buy those.
I know you
Are
would.
they expensive?
I think they were $5 each.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go there. Where is this again?
It's in Lambertville, New Jersey.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, Brian's leaving. No, we have to go back. We're gonna talk to the owner, and then we're probably gonna go back and visit again. And because I only got a chance to go through maybe a quarter of the dollar box. I just didn't have time because my wife was in the car, so we had to go. I need more time, man. I need more time. But I did buy a nice stack. Cassidy was helping me. Cassidy was looking through. Cassidy was looking through the dollar bins with me. We looked together. I gave her a list. She has a list that she works off of now, which helps me split the dollar bins in half. So let's look at what we bought. But again, if you're ever in Lambertville,
outsource your dollar bin searching to Cassidy.
I have.
Nice.
If you're ever in Lambertville, definitely stop at Nuke Comics. If you're a collector and you're just filling in, if you're like a collector who likes to get runs, this is one of those perfect shops for us. I mean, for you, for whoever.
Yeah.
if you're buying expensive books, they had more expensive books, but the majority of the books were dollar bins, and it was fill in. And you'll see what I bought.
That sounds awesome.
Good stuff. 12 cents. The Jaguar.
Nice. That's an Archie.
That's
comic,
an Archie
right?
comic, but it's old. This is issue number 7. That's old.
Way back when.
Yeah. So I picked up. You know my rule. If I'm searching through dollar bins and there's a 12-cent comic in any kind of shape, I'm usually going to pick it up.
Oh.
Carlton.
There we go.
Doomsday number 1.
Oh, can I?
Yep.
This is very nice.
I knew you would want to look at that.
Very nice.
Yeah, it has a Planet of the Apes feel to it.
It does. Definitely does. Charlton is just...
Charlton, we've been starting to pick up more and more of those. Another thing I always pick up if I see it in the dollar bins, Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. This is issue 73.
Did you ever double check if you got any of the Jerry Siegel books or
I don't think I have that
you
far
worked
back on these.
Yeah,
I don't think I have that far back.
I'm not thinking. I'm sorry, not Jerry Siegel. I'm thinking
Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby.
Oh, I have Jack Kirby. I specifically searched for the Jack Kirby ones.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I have a couple of Jack Kirby ones. Superman number, I believe 350 something. Why do I not know the number of this one? What is this one, Brian?
It's a Whitman.
It is a Whitman variant. There it is.
Cool. So it's got the Whitman circle too.
It does have the Whitman
not just
circle.
the triangle, but the circle.
And it has the cross out of the box too. Batman Braving the Bulls. 158.
Oh my god.
Something I don't normally buy, but because Deadman was on it, and it was in a dollar bin.
Yeah.
Challenges of the Unknown 87.
They tried bringing that back.
This is actually
about 10 years ago. Maybe?
This is the final issue.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jerry Conway worked on it.
Jerry Conway wrote. Keith Giffen did the art.
Nice.
It's July 1978. It's the end of the original series.
Oh wow!
Which I thought was pretty cool. I had no idea when I bought it. I was like, that looks good.
There's long been suspicion that was a heavy influence on Fantastic Four.
Yes, that's what they talk about. Yeah, the original run. Super Team Family number 4. I bought this one because
is that Grundy?
Grundy was on the cover.
Nice.
And the original Flash. I'm a big Grundy fan. Bought a bunch of Green Lanterns. Green Lantern 123.
Nice.
Green Lantern 124. Green Lantern 131. I enjoyed this run.
Very nice.
And I'm going to start picking up more of them. Green Lantern 134. This is the second run. No, like the original. Not the original. Green Lantern 152. Green Lantern 153.
So was this from the 80s then?
Yes. And Green Lantern 200. This is the last issue of Green Lantern. 201 would be the Green Lantern Corpse.
Right.
And then issue 224 this is key number 1. This is the final issue of this run.
Oh, wow.
So they end. So this is the final issue of Green Lantern, final issue of Green Lantern Corpse.
Nice.
So I bought a whole bunch of. This is my DC pile.
Oh, is this a new start?
And my Marvel pile is much bigger.
Is that a new start?
No, I have a bunch of these.
Oh, you do? Okay.
But I pick them up when I see them. Because
I know you were grabbing the 2-in-1s for a while.
2-in-1s I'm done. I got all of them. I got all 100. Now I'm going to start buying more of these, but only if they're in the dollar bin. I'm not going to pay more than $1 at this point.
Yeah.
Marvel Team Up. This is number 84. Teams up with
great
Master
series.
of Kung Fu.
One of my favorites when I was a kid.
Me too.
The Marvel Team Up.
Marvel Team Up, Marvel 2-in-1. I bought them all the time. And this one I didn't realize I didn't have. Cassidy found this one. 109. I'm a big Dazzler fan.
Nice.
Cassidy remembered that. She said, "Oh, Dad, do you have this one?" Iron Man 177. It was in the dollar bin. Why not?
Yeah, it's nice. Like the Kubert ad.
And this is an old Hulk, and it was in the dollar bin.
Oh yeah.
Incredible Hulk 158. This is key number 2. This is the first appearance of the Counter-Earth General Thunderbolt Ross and the Counter-Earth Betty Banner.
Nice.
And he fights the Rhino. So it's a Counter-Earth.
Cool.
It's a Counter-Earth issue.
Frenzy on Counter-Earth.
So it's their first appearances.
Got a frenzy. Not a crisis.
Not a crisis.
It's a frenzy.
It's a frenzy. Crisis only in DC.
Yeah, crisis is something else.
Captain America 212.
I wonder if these are going to start getting big because of the movie coming.
Maybe.
See the new trailer?
Yeah. This is a Kirby cover. And Captain America 212.
Oh, you got 2 of them, huh?
Yeah. Cassidy was asked if I had this in my pile already, and she did. She failed me. Captain America 253. This is key number 3. It's the first appearance of Union Jack 3, which is Joey Chapman. I believe he's the one that's in the Blood Hunt series right now.
Oh, cool.
I always loved this run of Captain America, Mike's deck rather than Captain America.
yeah.
I love it. Picked up a couple of power packs, trying to finish that series too. Power pack number 26.
Got a
Cloak and Dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Goes with the whole big. I should have bought the big dagger statue. It was $300 though. Power pack number 28 with the Avengers.
You gotta save that money for Fantastic Four number 1.
That's right. Power pack number 30. You're gonna buy that for me when we hit it big. Power
Sure
pack number 33. Power pack's always in the dollar bin.
Yeah.
Power pack 36. It's good. I enjoyed the series when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an offshoot of X-Men.
Yeah.
Power pack 39.
Oh, the time period, everything was an offshoot
Yes.
of X-Men.
You're right.
Yeah.
Daredevil annual number 4.
I like that cover.
Actually, it's not annual number 4. It's annual number 5, but they mislabeled it
Oh, look at that.
and never corrected it. Which is funny, right?
It looks like a Kirby cover, but I don't know if it is.
It would be too late to be
Yeah.
Kirby. But it looked Kirby-esque.
Right? The style is very Kirby.
Yeah, it's Ron Friends.
Okay.
This, just because I'm collecting New Warriors now. This is the New Warriors appearance in Spider-Man. This is a Bagley 354. Make sure you subscribe because I talk about this again in an upcoming episode. They had this for sale at a thrift shop too, and it wasn't $1.
Really?
Yeah. New Mutants number 9. This is key number 4. It's the first appearance of Selena. She's one of the was a god, and I think she ended up joining the team. Alpha Flight 107.
I have that.
So one of the things about this comic store, one of the things I love about comic stores, I love when comic stores have the dollar bins in order,
Yeah.
but I love even more when they don't. And it's just
Random.
randomly going through, and I see an issue of Superman next to an issue of Iron Man, and I just can grab whatever I want. I don't have to, because a lot of times if it's in order, like I don't really buy a lot of Batman. I just go through Batman. I can't do that in a scenario where
You're forced
it could be.
to look.
I'm forced to look
You're
at
forced to slow
every
down.
single book, and that's when I find stuff that I probably would never find if it wasn't like that.
There you go.
Like this, X-Men 150.
Oh, nice.
This is key number 5. It's another origin of Magneto.
Oh, cool.
I mean, that's an old book.
Yeah.
It's got to be Claremont and Dave Cockrum. This is
Yeah, that's a good one.
that's an old one
Yeah.
for $1.
Very
Listen, it's
cool.
not in mint condition, but I don't buy mint condition. Fantastic Four 283. It's the only Fantastic Four I bought in this run. And then I bought a whole bunch of Avengers. These are all Avenger comic books.
Good Lord.
Cassidy is a big Avengers fan, so she was pulling Avengers left and right. The new Avengers number 1. This is a reprint. It's key number 6. It's the first appearance of Queen Veranke. Don't know who that is.
Queen Veranka.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Veranke.
But I'm planning on reading this. I don't know the new Avengers. I know some of these issues are really expensive.
Is that number 1?
This is number 1.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a reprint of number 1. It's like the
Yeah.
fan. Oh, what is that? It's like the fan. Oh, there's a board in there. Like the fan reprint of number 1.
Yeah.
Avengers 204. This is the time of my favorite run. 206 when the Beast was a member and Wonder Man.
Yep.
This is right before West Coast Avengers. 207. So we knocked out a bunch of these.
Yeah, cool.
208. This is when I was really reading it when I was a kid. 209. Awesome cover.
Very nice.
210. 210.
Another one?
But they're different.
Why?
One is a newsstand.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
One is a direct sale. Newsstand has the scan on it. Direct has the Spider-Man logo on it. And
Nice.
even the boxes are different. Look at the top of the boxes.
Oh, yeah.
So there's your differences. Newsstands are rare at this point because
Well,
more and more comic shops are getting
Yeah.
comic books. This is one of my all-time favorite covers. 211. This is key number 7. There's a big lineup change here. If you go back a little bit, we have a video where we look at all of the Avengers
Yep.
prior to 2000. This one has a lot of new Avengers join for the first time. 212. A lot of Avengers. 215. If you're an Avenger fan, this one is for you.
Yeah, right?
Not my normal. 216. And this was taken from a bunch of bins that just came in. They had just been thrown into the dollar bin. So 218. 235. 238. an early Captain Marvel, if I remember correctly, too. 303. This is when Cassie started pulling out older ones. The list only went up to 300, but she was like, Dad, you have this one? 308.
I have that one at home.
She took my phone. 309. 310.
Oh, Blastar.
Blastar. That's a Fantastic Four villain. 311. All in the dollar bin. Must be a Blastar story.
One of my very first comics that I ever got had Blastar on the cover.
Really? This is when it went twice a month at one point. 313, which ended in January because it didn't really sell as well. You're asking people to buy two. 314, this is key number 8. First appearance. Oh no, Cersei joins the team. Cersei joins the team. 315, guest star in The Amazing Spider-Man. 317, Spider-Man again. 318, not Spider-Man. This is a space one.
Nice.
Love how it changes. They change the lineup, constantly changes. Check out that video we did, Avengers, and lineup song changes. Finally, we bought Avengers number 87. This is the Legends reprint. So it's right from the figure. These are hard to find because a lot of times the figures aren't opened.
Right.
They don't end up for resale. This in the dollar bin is a great find. If you ever find these in the dollar bin, pick them up. It always says not for resale. It comes in the package with the figure.
Oh,
so,
and you rebought it.
And I rebought it.
They resold it.
They resold it. No, it's a direct reprint
was
of
it
the issue.
The origin of
yes,
T'Challa?
Yep. Great issue, and again, not easy to find these reprints because they end up staying in with the figures.
There's a great Funko Pop set of that cover too.
Of this,
yeah, you know the tall ones that have the covers. There's one of those.
Yeah, there's one behind you right there. There's She-Hulk is behind you.
Right.
And finally, I bought one more thing. They had Star Wars, so I bought Star Wars.
Oh, we talked about this guy.
We did.
That's funny.
General Madine. That's a great price for him. This is from Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
If I go back there again, they had the A-Wing pilot I was going to buy. I was torn between him and the A-Wing.
I saw him at Forbidden Planet. Yeah. Not Forbidden Planet. Midtown Comics. I saw him at Midtown Comics.
How much did they have him there? This was 16.
Oh, no, he was like 30 there.
I know. That's why I said the price was fantastic. Nuke Comics was great. It was a great stop.
I want to go there.
Yeah. So we have to go. We're going down. We got asked by there's another place not far from there that sells Funko Pops. The owner asked us to come in, and we're going to actually do an episode right from the store. So I don't think this is not that far away from there. So we'll have to arrange to go down there too. So there's a go. Another haul. That's 2 out of the 4 videos from New Hope. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And then the next one after that, the next one is going to be about a thrift shop. So stay tuned. Love what you collect.
Collect what you love.
We'll see you next time.
We would be honored if you would join us.